Hey, what's up everybody? Ralph here. So today's topic I want to talk to you guys about what is the difference between credit cards and debit cards. All right, so a lot of people in today's society, a lot of people are in debt, and a big reason for that is because of credit cards. All right, so a lot of people like to stay away from it because they don't want to get into that trouble. So what you'll see is you'll see people writing checks or using cash because they want to avoid having to get credit and then, having, a whole bunch of debt and affecting their credit. So people, tend to like stay away from the credit cards and use checks or cash. But what the good thing about debit cards is it allows you to have, that piece of plastic, just like a credit card, looks like a credit card, but it doesn't act like a credit card. Once you make a purchase, the money's taken right away. So, and that's one of the differences. Like when you think about a credit card, the good thing about a credit card is that you can make a purchase and you don't have to pay that back within, the 30 days. So you can make a purchase on something and you don't have to pay that back until your future date within the 30-day limit. The thing with a debit card is once you make that purchase, your money's taken out of your bank account almost immediately. All right, so that's the difference. Like credit cards allows you a grace period before you have to pay that money back, and the debit card, you're paying that back right away. So if you're someone that is not good with managing money and allowing debt to accumulate, you might want to stay away from credit card and use the debit card. Another thing, another difference between the two is in terms of like security or when you're disputing a charge. Let's say you're making a purchase on for a service or a product, and let's say the product is defective, or let's say you purchased a service and you didn't really get the service. You have up to like 60 days when you can dispute it. So you make that purchase and you didn't get that service, or you didn't like the product that was given to you. You can go call you can contact your credit card provider, and they'll credit you that money. Like I had a situation where I was paying for a real estate class, right? So I purchased the real estate class months before. And then when it came time for the class, like I was contacting them, like, so when is this class starting? I never heard back from them. I kept contacting them, and I was like, all right, they never got back to me. So I was like, all right, so clearly, something's wrong. So what I did was I contacted my credit card provider and said, yeah, I didn't, I went online and I went through all the information and said, yeah, I didn't get the service. And what they did is they credited me back my money within a few days. So, and they did whatever they had to do, or maybe they contacted the real estate company, and I'm sure they got their money back from them. But I was able to get my money back within a few days. Now, the thing with a debit card, now obviously that money's being taken right away. Usually with a debit card, you have within a week or two before you can dispute that charge, or you want to dispute it as quickly as possible because that money's taken away fairly quickly. So. You want to make sure you dispute that quickly, but with the credit card, you have so much time. You have like 2 months before you can like say you didn't get the service, or even in my case, like I didn't. The class was like 4 months away, and I already gave them the money, and they took the money out. But because I didn't get that service, they were able to credit me back that money. With a debit card, you're less secure, or it might be tough for you to get that money back. So I like the fact that I have a credit card because it's not my money being used. And then I like the protection that, if you're not giving that service or the product is defective, your credit card is going to credit you that money back. So they offer you that protection. Even for myself, when I traveled to Europe one time, and having a credit card was the best thing. In fact, I remember when I went to Europe the first time I went to UK, and I remember the first time I took out a bunch of money before I left the States. I took out a bunch of money and transferred it into pounds, and I had that cash with me. But then, a couple of years back, 2 years ago, I went to Spain, and I had a credit card, and it was just the convenience of not having to take out a whole bunch of cash. Like you can go to Europe and you can make all the transactions, that you can make all the purchases with that credit card. It offered me a lot of convenience, and you can use the debit card, but I have a lot of trust when it comes to using a credit card as opposed to using a debit card overseas where the money's being taken out right away. I like to know that I'm using someone else's money as opposed to my money. I'm putting that money at risk, and if there's a dispute or there's something fraudulent, I know I can contact the credit card, and they'll handle that. So for me, it's just like I like to use the credit cards because of that protection. But if you're someone that's not good with managing money, then using a debit card is probably gonna be best for you, because whatever you purchase, whatever you purchase, that money's taken out right away. So whatever you purchase is whatever you have in the bank is what you're gonna use to make a purchase. With a credit card, you don't even have to have any money, and you can use a credit card. Obviously, you gotta pay that money back. But you know, if you're someone that's not really good with managing money, I would probably stick to using a debit card as opposed to a credit card. But there's so many benefits with credit cards that if you do know how to manage it, it could really do well for you. So that's all I got. I hope that that helped. And I hope that answered your questions when it comes to the difference between a credit card and a debit card. So if you got any comments or questions, make sure to leave a comment down below. Hit the like button and make sure to subscribe if you like the content. All right. So you guys take care and have a good one. Later.